today we're going to be talking about some other kinds of things that go along with banking procedures. This is still in Chapter 5 of your book. It's in Chapter 5.2. And we're talking about computing interest. Money is deposited into a savings account, and that usually earns some form of interest. The interest rates right now are very low, but you can often get up to 5% interest rates in the past. Simple interest is the easiest one, and we're going to talk about that first. Simple interest has a formula. I equals PRT. P is the principal. So if you are putting in $1,000 every month, then that $1,000 is the P. Times the rate of the interest, which is 6% here, and that can be annual or semi-annual or monthly, but in this case it's an annual rate, so I would use 0.06. And then 6 months is the time that it will be in there. And because it's 6 months out of a year, we show that as a 0.5. It's half of a year. So $30 is what I would make if I was putting $1,000 at 6% for 6 months. Here's an example that you could practice on your own. Selena has $500 in an account that pays 5% annually. How much interest will she earn after 1 year? Go ahead and try and fill it in. So pause this and try and put it in the formula. You should have $500 times 0.05 for the percent interest times 1 full year, giving you $25. Let's just say that she did it semi-annually. In that case, you would multiply it times 0.5, not times 1. So it would be showing 6 months rather than 1 full year. And that would give you 500 times 0.05 times 0.5 equals 12.5%. If you hear some people, I'm in the senior hallway near the workroom, so there may be some people coming in and out, but we're going to go ahead and move on to compound interest. And here's a chart that shows you a little bit about compound interest. You can have a beginning balance, and it can grow over time. In this case, the $100 for 1 year, 1 quarter of a year, is going to give you $1.50 in the first quarter. For the second quarter, you add that $1.50 to your beginning balance. So you would take $101.50 and multiply it times 0.015. And that would give you $1.52 interest. And then you would take that $1.52 plus the $1.50 and add it to the 100 and multiply it by 0.015 to get $1.55. And then you would add all 3 quarters to your $100 and multiply it by 0.015. And that would give you the 1.57, ending with 106.14. And then you would start that over in year 2, and you would keep going through the chart. A lot of times an Excel document where you can put in the formula will help you calculate these things much easier. Here's an example. If Suki has $800 in an account that pays 4% compounded quarterly, what will be the balance of the account after 2 years? Remember, that is for 8 quarters. So you can see on the chart here, I've taken the $800 and multiplied it by my interest rate of 0.01, which gave me $8 for my first year. For the second year, I took that $800 and added the $8 from the first year, then multiplied it by 0.01, giving me $808. And then you can see the third year and the fourth year are also adding all of the previous interest to the beginning balance and multiplying it by the percentage, giving you an ending balance in the first year of $832.48. And then I start with that on the second year and begin multiplying by 0.01 for the first one, and then adding that to the total and multiplying it by 0.01. And you can see that continues all the way through to your total of $866.29. Noting that she now has, after 2 years, gained $66.29 interest. We will be looking at a spreadsheet much like this in class tomorrow, where you will start with a salary earnings for a current month and have to add the previous balance, the interest, and get your total for each year. We will be going through a spreadsheet much like this. We will start it on Monday, and there will be one in your final exam project. So be prepared to do work on spreadsheets, maybe tomorrow, definitely on Monday, where we will calculate interest for savings over several years. See you in class tomorrow.